Hello, hello, you guys. Happy New Year. As I record this, we are just entering into 2023. It is January 2nd as I record this. And I hope you all had a wonderful holiday season and that you've had some time now come the end of the year to reset, to let go of, clean out, leave the old stories, old mindsets, old beliefs, old thoughts that were not serving you, the old actual physical or tangible habits and things like that, old things in your closet, in your pantry, in your office that weren't serving you. And here we are, ready to take a breath, take a reset, and restart into 2023. So I hope you all have had some time and space to also do that for yourself, to really set yourself up for success. I love the new year. I am a huge fan, and I really hate it when people like poo-poo the New Year's resolutions or setting goals. Like, hell yeah, you should be setting goals and be evaluating and be thinking big to start the new year. I say hell yes. So for any of you all like needing that permission to go all in on yourself, on your goals, whether you call them New Year's resolutions or you call them goals or you call it your vision, whatever it is, like, let's go all in. Let's start fresh. Let's take advantage of this time, or for that matter, any new season or transition time in your life, any new month, any new quarter. Like, that is a fantastic time to restart and refresh. If that serves you and helps you, then amen, let's go all in. Okay. So I just wanted to put that out there to kickstart this new year for all of you all to know, like, full permission. You heard it from me. Like, I don't care what anybody else is saying out there in the world or industry about goals. Like, let's go all in. Let's use this time to our advantage to reach our goals in 2023, to create big things. I want you thinking about how you can create the goals, the dream of your life. Like, that starts right now. Okay. So I love the new year. I love setting goals and evaluating where I'm at and moving forward and reflecting. Also, that includes for me reflecting back on this last year. What worked, what didn't work? What do I want to do different to move into this new year? Okay. And New Year rant done, and let's dive in. So with it being the new year, I hope you do have some goals. And if not, then I want you to tune into the podcast this month, because I'm going to be doing multiple different episodes to really help you start the year strong, so that you know how to set goals that are effective and that how to be successful in them. And then what are all the tools and things you need so that you can go after your big badass goals, right? And so you can create your dream life. So we are going all in this month of January and beyond, but I'm really got some good stuff for you guys. So let's start I want to start with the word of the year. And then you're going to see another episode coming out very shortly, specifically about goals and how to set those. But right here, I want to start us off thinking about a one word feeling that you want to have that is going to permeate and is going to lead you into 2023. Okay? This is something super simple and super easy, really, that you can always anchor into anytime you need to throughout this year. Okay. So that way, you may not always be able to write out all your goals and dreams and conjure up all the, hopefully intentional thoughts that you have around it, right? Maybe you don't have that all the time, but you can have this one word that from this one word, the idea and the point is that when you say this one word feeling, that then that affects what thoughts you have about what you want to do towards your goal or in any area of life, that feeling, when you feel this feeling, this one word feeling, then that affects what you're thinking, And then that affects, therefore, your actions, what you're going to do when you have that feeling and you think those thoughts to then create the results that you want. Okay. And this is a day in, day out, like you're anchoring into this feeling, not just once, not just now at the beginning of the year and being like, oh, got it. I'm powerful. Now I'm going to be powerful all year if I just say this one word this one time at the beginning of the year. No, that is not how this works. This is a word that I want you, look, I'm going to show you mine right now. Just pull it out. This is my word for the year, is unapologetic, going into 2023. That's my word of the year. And I'm going to give you guys an example, so hold tight, and go deeper into the examples of what that looks like. But this is not a word that I'm going to say right now and then forget about the rest of the year, right? Like so many times when we set goals, we'll be like, okay, this is my goal. I want to lose 20 pounds this year. And then poof, like we don't ever write about it again. We don't ever put it in our planners, actually. We don't ever see that goal again, right? Like it just becomes like, oh no, if I say this once, then that means I'm just going to do it. And that's just not the way our brains and us humans work, right? So this is a word that I want you to be saying over and over to yourself. Write it in your journal when you start your journal most days. I want you to put it on a Post-it in front of your computer or on your notebook or your planner or whatever you use on a day-to-day basis. Maybe even make something for your phone, like your welcome screen has this word on it, okay? I also I always get a bracelet that has thoughts or something around my goal or my word. So I actually have to get them readjusted size-wise, otherwise I'd show you guys. But I have two bracelets that one of them says my goal on it, and then the other one says unapologetic. So I can see that every single day or most days when I wear that bracelet, and I can look down and be like, unapologetic. How am I going to show up to my relationship when I'm unapologetic? How am I going to show up to my business when I'm unapologetic? How am I going to show up to my workouts and to my fitness goals when I'm unapologetic about it? Okay. So let's just go with that example. So for you guys, I want you to help pick your word, okay? So to help you pick your word, this one word feeling, this should be like, you don't have to come up with it immediately on the spot right now. Maybe you do. Maybe a word does come up for you that's kind of been like, sitting, bubbling beneath the surface, but you've kind of either been afraid to speak out loud or had never really heard of doing a word of the year, a feeling of the year, didn't know how to use it necessarily. But there's something that comes up in you when I say this, that one word feeling that you want to lead with and to permeate every single area of your life, how you want to show up in 2023. Okay. So when you think about that, what word comes up for you? Last year, my word was powerful. So when I went into, events, when I was showing up for my business, when I was making plans, when I was in my relationship, as a mother, all of these areas of life, I was sinking into how can I show up more powerfully in this moment? When I'm feeling powerful, what kind of thoughts do I think? What kinds of things do I actually then say? How do I show up when I am feeling powerful, right? So that's then how I would take action and put this word to use, like actually cultivate that feeling in my body and then figuring out what thoughts would help me to feel powerful, right? So for example, what that may look like or may not look like would be this is working. I'm going to reach my goal. Those are thoughts that make me feel powerful, that make me then want to show up and take that next action in my business, right? Or in my workouts, right? You could use that for your workouts. Versus, it's not working. I'm never going to do this. I'm never going to be able to lose weight. I'm never going to be able to start my business. I'm never going to make money in my business, right? Would you feel powerful if you said that to yourself? No, would be my guess. I sure don't. So when you say those things to yourself, you don't feel powerful. So whatever that word is for you, you can use that. All right, if I want to feel powerful, what thoughts would I think to myself? I'm a badass. I've got this. I can do this, right? I know what I'm doing. I will figure this out. All of those thoughts can cultivate you to feel powerful, right? That's just one example of a word, of course, right? So you choose your word. What comes up for you? Are you driven? Are you powerful? Are you focused? Are you grounded, calm, maybe even? Unapologetic is my word. That's a word that I heard from my coaches in different podcasts over the last couple of years. And like, I heard it and I was kind of like, yeah, no, that's great. Yeah, unapologetic. But it didn't really like hit me like in my bones, in my soul until this year. Like it came up when I was doing my work for my goals and vision for 2023 in December, and it just kept showing up. So that's what you also maybe want to think about over this next week or so when you're trying to come up with your word. Like this is a word that just won't go away, you know? I know I can relate this when I think about for ladies when I'm like, oh, maybe there's like that jacket or that purse that I see and I really want. And then I don't, and I'm like, but let me see, let me see if I need this or not. And then a couple days will go by and I didn't get it. And a couple days will go by and I'm like, oh man, that jacket or that purse would go really good with this outfit tonight. I wish I had that. And then it's like a week later and I'm like, man, I'm still thinking about that jacket or that purse. So guys, men, I don't know what that is for you, but I know for myself and I think some other ladies out there, like that's what it is. Like this word just keeps coming up. It keeps showing up, right? So that's what I want you to think about when you are trying to find that word of the year. It just keeps like coming up to your heart and head, right? Like it doesn't go away. So once you have that word, okay, then I want you to first, I talked about the different ways on how you can use it, but I want you to obviously write it down somewhere on your journal, on a Post-it. I really would encourage you all to be journaling this year if you're not already. That's something we teach about and I coach on in one-on-one or group coaching if you are wanting to incorporate that and see the power of that in your life and in your goals. But for now, you just have your journal and you're writing that word down, and then you're going to continue to let that word keep showing up for you, whether that's on a Post-it, on a bracelet, on your phone, like as a alarm reminder, whatever it needs to be for you to keep seeing that all year long so you can keep using that feeling to lead your thoughts and your actions to get the results you want, right? What was the other thing I was going to say about this feeling? Okay, that's what I got. So I want you to take this feeling, this one word feeling into 2023 and really use it. This is one thing you can always anchor into anytime you want to think about your goals or your vision or what you're working for, is to show up from this place, this one word feeling that's going to affect every area of your life. That's what it was. There it is. And that is in your journal, you've got your word. And then I want you to go ahead and write out, what are all the ways that when you are, for example, my word, when I'm feeling unapologetic, what does that look like in my business? What am I doing differently when I show up unapologetically, right? What am I doing different in my relationship when I'm showing up unapologetically? What am I doing different as a mother, as a parent, when I'm showing up unapologetically, right? Like, so I want you to write those things out too, so you can really see how this one word feeling can affect every single area of your life. Like, what does that look like, right? So go ahead and write that out. And that way you have some ideas of where to use this word and how it can show up in your life. Okay. That was the last piece I wanted to share with you guys. I'm glad that came back to me. Okay, you guys. So that's it for today. Short, simple, quick, doable lesson I want you to get into to start this 2023 off fresh, to really go into it with the best mindset. And we're going to go over goals and more all of this month. And I will have some new guests on for you guys soon. So definitely stay tuned. And definitely share this with a friend if you loved what you heard today and you want to lead in your friend circle and start to cultivate this community of support around you that also is going after their big goals and dreams, and how you can help them by sharing this episode and all of the ones for the rest of this month and more to help them keep going towards their goals. All right, you guys, I will see you again soon.